Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. Welcome to this very special occasion that we're having to honor John and Janine. When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about, what I wanted to say and what I could say to do honor to John and Janine, and just kind of fell on what I was feeling at the time, and it's kind of fitting that it's a gray, gloomy day. It's raining, and I had a sense of sadness and nervousness. Sadness because the two rocks, I say rocks, but boulders that have been here for the past 12 years, guiding us and leading us through the best of times, the worst of times, turbulent times, and our most proudest moments. They're leaving us, but they're leaving us with a gift, the gift of what they've been able to accomplish in this community. I know, and talking with the sheriff and Janine over the past couple of years, and as of late doing more listening than anything, I know that when they came here 12 years ago, as the sheriff said, they knew what they wanted to do, and they knew what they were capable of doing, and they did. They fulfilled their vision, and they brought this agency together. Not only the agency, but our entire county, our entire community, and they've made us. We're state of the art. We're cutting edge. So we can't thank you enough. We can't thank your family enough, because as I'm learning, me and Jenny are learning, we're going through the sacrifices to do things the right way, and what it takes and what you have to sacrifice. So, but I also this morning I also felt a sense of happiness and excitement, because I know we're very happy for you and excited for you because of all the hard work that you guys have put in over the years. You guys have been a godsend, simply put, and you came along at a time that our agency and our communities and our county desperately needed that leadership and that guidance and that family atmosphere, that family. So how can we honor them? And this goes out to all the staff that's here today. I'm sure the sheriff would tell you, because he's very humble. It's one of the things that I've learned from him. Simply put, we go out and we perform with a modern approach to traditional law enforcement values. Total enforcement on crime and criminals, total care for victims, witnesses in the community, and total professionalism through training, and most of all by example. It's going out and adding that value-added service to the people that we protect in our community. That's how we honor them, and we carry on what they've built here. So with that being said, I want to welcome a friend of the sheriff's, U.S. Congressman Tom McClintock, up to say a few words.
I've had the true honor to know two truly great giants of law enforcement. One was Chief Edward M. Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department, and the other is Sheriff John D'Agostini of the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department. And the one thing that unites both of them is a reverence and internalizing of the principles of modern policing that were first propounded by Sir Robert Peel, known as the father of modern policing. It's the notion that there is no difference between a community and the community's law enforcement. There's no separation. As Chief Davis once said to me, he said, it's not the job of the police department to enforce the law. That's the responsibility of every citizen. The police department's there to help. It is that partnership between citizens and their law enforcement agencies that produces the safety and security that we have come to expect in a nation that we boast to be of laws and not of men. For 12 years now, Sheriff D'Agostini, institutionalized those principles in this county and made it one of the safest and happiest in all of California. The good news is he's trained his successor well, and he's going to be right here in the community that he has so nobly served and protected for so long to continue to propound those principles. And it's just a genuine honor to be here today. We have a presentation of remarks somewhere here, yes, right here, on the House floor. On behalf of a very grateful community, John basically saying one thing: thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite up a friend of the sheriff's and a friend of all of us here at the sheriff's office, Brian Veercamp.
It's a pleasure to be here today and truly blessed to have known this man and his family, as the Veercamps and the Augustinis go way back. And by way back, I mean, I think uncles drove logging trucks, cut their teeth on these logging trucks for the D'Augustinis. So John and I had a long-term, long-going relationship, Pioneer School Board, and then finally as a board supervisor, but also during my career in the public safety realm as a fire chief and working with fire agencies in public safety for 30 plus years. So John is a rock. He's always somebody we could turn to and get really anything we need within reason. John, very commonsensical, and thank God for that, because it really has been a blessing to this community and this county. As we put together this public safety facility, I guess I was on the team that brought this thing forward, but it was really, and Don's sitting right there as well, a very much a team effort, as well as from all of the John's staff, as they've added, we heard value added already, added value to this facility as it was brought together, and our community will benefit for long, long, long into the future. And that was John's vision as well as the department's vision to do that. And I was just glad to be a part of that as a board of supervisor, bringing this forward as well. John's a family man and always has been. So again, from the county standpoint, I'm not a supervisor now anymore today. We'll see what the future brings, but from the county, we cannot thank you enough for being such an important part of this public safety community. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless you all. And John, congratulations.
So I'd like to have the sheriff step up here. Are we going to let him hold the proclamations, or are we just going to have him stand here? Okay. I have to talk with Crystal a little bit because I had to bring my glasses to read this part of it, so we need to make that font just a little bit bigger. Do my best to get through this here. Sheriff, whereas Sheriff John D'Agostini of the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office has been true to the ethics of police service and continually demonstrated honesty, integrity, professionalism, and leadership in all his varied assignments for the past 12 years. And upon the occasion of his retirement, following nearly 3 decades of impeccable service in the field of law enforcement, he is deserving of special public recognition and the highest commendations. And whereas a 4th-generation resident of El Dorado County who is committed to protecting the region's community values of rural lifestyle, Sheriff John D'Agostini has worked diligently to preserve the bucolic charm, quality of life, and sense of safety El Dorado County affords its residents. And before he embarked on his illustrious career in law enforcement, he operated his own construction company. And whereas in 1993, Sheriff D'Agostini graduated from Sacramento County Sheriff's Academy, becoming a full-time deputy sheriff for Amador County in 1994. And throughout his career with the Amador County Sheriff's Office, he demonstrated the highest standards of law enforcement in a variety of assignments, including patrol deputy, city's deputy, chief deputy coroner, detective, SWAT team member, SWAT sniper, crime-specific officer, narcotics investigator, armorer, range master, and firearms instructor, before supervising the narcotics unit for several years. And whereas in 2003, Sheriff D'Agostini joined the Amador District Attorney's Office, where he investigated complex criminal cases, managed homicide investigations, and developed innovative programs and policies to streamline law enforcement bureaucracy and improve public safety. And as a proven leader in law enforcement, he was appointed second in command for the newly formed Amador County Combined Narcotic Enforcement Task Force, where he managed and oversaw daily unit operations. And whereas elected as El Dorado County Sheriff in 2010, Sheriff DeAugustini was sworn into office on January 3rd, 2011, and re-elected to the position in 2014 and 2018, starting his third term in January 2019. And over the course of his career as sheriff, he changed the culture of our sheriff's office by setting high standards and expectations, creating transparency, and leading by example, which has enabled staff members to excel by prioritizing safety and security for residents. And whereas, among his many accomplishments, Sheriff DeAugustini successfully led the effort to complete the new public safety headquarters in September of 2019, provided essential guidance and leadership through 3 major wildfires, civil unrest and riots, and the COVID-19 pandemic, and the loss of 2 deputies. He met 3 sitting United States presidents and countless other government leaders, provided security for movie sets, such as Top Gun Maverick, and helped mentor the new sheriff of the hit television series Yellowstone. And whereas, throughout his career, Sheriff John DeAugustini has developed a reputation as a loyal, ethical, and dedicated law enforcement professional, and he has been an outstanding role model for law enforcement officers throughout the state of California. Now, therefore, be it. Resolved by Assembly Members Frank Bigelow and Kevin Kiley and Senator Brian Dahle that Sheriff John DeAugustini of the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office be honored on the occasion of his well-earned retirement, commended for his superior record of dedicated and highly effective law enforcement service, and extended sincere gratitude of special public appreciation.
Wow, this was, I don't know how, I really don't know how this got pulled off. And your staff keeps secrets from you like this. Crystal? Brian? Jeff? Folks, this is huge. Congressman, thank you so much for being here. And Brian, thank you for your words. Guys, I'm speechless. If you saw my father up here, these tears, I inherited them from him. This is what happens. See all the faces here. It's truly an honor. It's been an honor for my entire career. This last 12 years have been the pinnacle of that career. I've had the honor and the privilege of working with, alongside, and leading the finest people in this state. They've heard me say this before, I will put this office up against any of them, anywhere. With our experience, with our knowledge, with our equipment, with our personalities, our benevolence, all of them, each and every one of you. And that's what has made me who I am. It's all of you. So I want to thank you very much. Gosh. Today is owed more, I think so, to my wife, Janine. Put up with me for, well, not my prior career and then this whole career, and all of us that are in this business know this is a tough business. The ups and the downs, the calls, the crazy cases, the stuff you don't want to talk about, but they're always asking, no, tell me, what happened, what happened? Some stuff you just don't want other folks to know, you just don't want to talk about it. But she's been a rock. She's been with me the entire time, and she transformed this agency as well, with the families, bringing the families in, with Thrive, with 1035, and understanding the importance of family in this industry, and how their support is what makes us successful. To all my kids, I got all my chickens here, all of them, even my boy from down south, and my grandkids. Thank you all for also putting up with me. There's no times it hasn't been easy. But with that, I'm going to wrap up. I want to tell everybody thank you. I'm not leaving the county. I'm not moving out of state. I make a joke that I'm just going to buy more ammo and wait for the war. Maybe that might be more real than we all think someday. I don't know. But I'll be around. I'm sure I will see all of you out and about. I don't know what the future holds for me. Every time I say nothing, my wife tells me, don't say that because God's going to smack you upside the head with a 2x4. So we'll see. God bless all of you. Thank you very, very, very much for this honor. It's been completely my honor. Thank you.